I also wanted to ask a question around democracy, because if you of course were the product of Indonesia's first direct presidential election in 2004. It's now been more than a quarter century since that country's democratic transition. And Indonesia has fallen in the corruption rankings, and just recently we saw some quite big protests over the perceived attempt by President Widodo to help his younger son compete in regional elections. So I'm also curious, how concerned are you about the state of Indonesia's democracy now?
Well, if we are talking democracy, we should talk about nice things and bad things of democracy. I love democracy myself, but remember there are also challenges in safeguarding democracy, and I fully agree with has been said by my good friend Barack Obama. In order democracy to fulfill, we have to fight for. So I watched the ongoing discussion, conversation on our democracy. I think it's good for all of us to conduct evaluation. What is going right and what is going wrong in our democracy? And it is common in a democratic nation. So Prabowo, in my view, has also followed very closely on the ongoing situation. So my answer will be, it's a good thing to be learned by all of us, what is going on right now. And one thing that we have to remember, the people are hoping that this country, this government, the leaders can really safeguard and uphold our democracy. Of course, sometimes it's complex, it's challenging, but I do believe that as a young democracy, after Indonesia was hit by the crisis back in 1998, our journey is not over. We continue to nurturing and making our democracy more relevant to the hope and the aspirations of the Indonesian people. You mentioned
just now that the relationship between President Widodo and the incoming president is good. There are some concerns, though, that the overwhelmingly popular Widodo could haunt his successor. His son is going to be vice president, and last month's events indicate that he wants to retain some influence. So do you expect him to intervene in politics, or like you step back and let his successor run things?
Could you repeat again your point in these questions?
Do you expect President Widodo to let the incoming President Prabowo run things as he sees fit, or do you feel that he will be interventionist?
Well, actually, I have to refrain from making unnecessary comment in this point of time. I believe in the meaning of political correctness. So I'm hoping that I could say anything properly without creating unnecessary problems. So please, if you could limit my observations on ongoing political, what is not from oil, political dynamics, I will really appreciate it.
Okay. Well, just